Swadika, and welcome to be my guest. The program which brings you successful stories of entrepreneurs and organizations in both the domestic and international arenas. I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. For Thais, His Majesty the late King Bhumibol was the center of the heart and the great example of a Thai citizen, as he has undergone over 1,000 projects under his initiatives to improve the quality of the lives of Thais. To commemorate His Majesty the King, I'm bringing you to an exhibition at Chulalongkorn University Centenary Park, which showcase a part of his work which are done purely for his people. And currently I am granted the opportunity with Professor Kun Ying Chada Kiranan, Chulalongkorn University Alumni Association Foundation President, under the royal patronage of Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn. Swadika.
Swadika.
First of all, could you introduce yourself a bit to our fans to be my guest?
Actually, I'm right now the chairperson of the Chulalongkorn University Council, and also working for the Chulalongkorn Alumni Association Foundation as president there.
Okay, and right now we are sitting in the actually Chulalongkorn University Centenary Park. So could you tell us a bit of what this park is?
This park is the idea of the university that this area we don't have any park, any place where the people in this community can enjoy outdoor life a little bit. And it's a plan long time ago, more than 20 years, when we planned this area, that we should have a park here, and this park should be dedicated to King Rama IX. And that's 20 years ago. Nobody thought that, at that time that it's going to be like this. Now this year is the year that we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the establishment of the university. So it's like a present that we would like to give it to the community here, at the same time to the people in Bangkok and the other people around, as also with the alumni of Chulalongkorn University and others.
I see. So it's situated in Batuan area where it's open for general public and also for students, especially for Chulalongkorn University students.
Actually, we welcome everyone. People will come here and walk and run, and it's a very good thing to do. And I think this piece of land is given by King Rama VI to the university when he founded the university 100 years ago. And it's the duty of the university also to see that we can stay with the community very well, work with them, live with them, enjoy everything together.
Okay. And apart from the park, so what the visitors can do in Centenary Park?
This park is special in the sense that it is a sort of a exhibition ground, for people that come and see how they plant trees, in the middle of the city, just like that. And also for irrigation area reason also, we can take away the water when it rains hard and things like that. At the same time, the park has one big building at the end of Bantat Thong Road. Here we thought that there should be some activities in the park, not just place where people come and sit and run and enjoy, but they should also have some activities that is like open door to university, but the students, the faculty members and people in the community can come and they can share ideas and they can learn many things. So it's ready made, when the sad event came along in last October. So the university and the Alumni Association joined hand in hand and thought that here we have to do something, to commemorate our beloved king. And also, it's like, when that event happened, too many people, it's like a chunk of your heart was gone, and you got numb and you didn't know what to do before you could come to terms, with the reality. And after you got your sense back, there's no time to be sad and to just sit back there. But you have to do something, for the sake of the country, to help the people in the same way that King Rama IX had been doing all his life, according to his announcement on the day of coronation.
Okay.
So that's why we thought that, well, here we have to set up something very special, not like the other exhibition anywhere. And we hope that this will be a place where people will come and learn, not just come and look, particularly the younger generation. I think you agree with me that the younger generation were not as fortunate as us. We, especially me, my 70 years under his reign. So I had seen him all along, just like part of my life, but the younger generation, they haven't had the chance to see him at work very much in the past decade, for example. And even the younger generation. So how can we pass on, this wisdom, his teachings, his idea, his projects, his good deeds, his good heart, his love, his compassion for the people. How could we do that? So it's the idea of we have to make King Rama the Ninth lives on and on to the younger generation, just like that.
Okay. So in order to make him last, in our heart forever,
Yes.
For the citizen in Thailand. So this exhibition, is hosted in order to commemorate His Majesty, the King, Rama the Ninth. So what is the main concept of the exhibition?
Well, I think there are about 2 or 3 things that's very, very important. Set the foundation of the way we think about this exhibition from the beginning. The first thing is that we would like people of all ages to be able to come here and learn and enjoy, and maybe they can share lots of things. So this objective, you have to think that what do people at my age who be looking at an exhibition like this? They probably would like to come here and reminisce about their good memory about King Rama the Ninth. They would like to come here and appreciate everything about him, his wisdom, his teaching, and everything like that. They would like to come here and just remember him. So we try to do that in one part, particularly in room number 1. At the same time, for the younger generation, we have to put something in their thinking. So as we go along, from room to room, then we can go into more detail about the idea behind that. So this is the main objective, that people come here. It's not just kids, it's not just young adults, it's not old people, but it can be anyone. But if you come here, you have to got something and go back home with it.
Okay. Now what about foreigners? I guess, there are so many foreigners,
Yes.
coming to Thailand. So what can they learn or share, when they come to the centenary park with this exhibition?
Well, for foreigners, there's no barrier at all, because in room number 1, no language. No language. In room number 2, mostly is you can learn a lot from that, without having to learn Thai. But this room would be a little bit different, but I think it's universal because you can go into the network and search for data. So everyone can come.
Okay. But for now it's time for a short break, and we'll right back and learn more on the zonings and also maybe the inspiring things that you can learn when you come to this exhibition. So please stay tuned on Be My Guest. Welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest with me, Sarosha Ratanapian. And in this break, we're learning more about the Centenary Park and also especially the exhibition to commemorate His Majesty the late King Rama the Ninth. So in the first break, Kun Ying, you mentioned about the objective, and for others to learn and to share ideas and knowledge. However, I believe that this place is actually different from other exhibition hall. So can you tell us a bit on how it's different from others?
Certainly. This is something special, I would say, since we aim at the younger generation as well. And we know that the younger generation, you need something to help them to be interested, and get their attention fixed on something. And these days, you put things like structures, hard structures, quiet posters here and there, nobody would be interested, particularly younger one. So what we do now at this place is we try to use all these new technologies, use all gadgets and everything like that to arouse their attention. So they get curious, get curiosity to go on and to learn more and more. So that's another idea. So if you come here, you will see things so different. For example, if you go to room number 1, when you walk in there, you don't see anything. It's a black room, just like that, you know.
Okay. However, so students and also younger generations can explore more by themselves, okay, through new technology, okay, in the exhibition, okay, showcasing. Now, talking about zoning, many might be interested on how many zones or how many rooms are there in the exhibition.
Actually, there are 2 zones, you know. One zone on the other side has 2 rooms, room number 1 and number 2, and this part has room number 3. So if you start from number 1, you know, so that the story can continue like that. Good. Okay. But in room number 1, as I said before, that our idea is to sort of have the people who come and see, you know, had a 15 minutes, you know, like witnessing what our late King Rama IX had been doing all his life. It's very short, 15 minutes, about the span that they can concentrate. But we try to put things there, you know, with all this new technology. At that time, you know, we saw these things like 3D mapping, virtual reality at the expo in Milan and in Japan and things. And we thought about that's something that catch people, you know, attention. So we decided this room using the 4D mapping, virtual reality. When you walk into the room, nothing at all. It's a empty room. But then the light and sound, the effect, the music and everything like that will start, you know, arousing your attention and telling the story of his of King Rama IX from when he was born in Mount Auburn, United States, and growing up in Switzerland, coming back home and going back to study, and the day that he accepted to be the king of Siam, and the coronation ceremonies and everything like that, and his work, you know, you see the king walking in the fields and this and that, you see all the projects that he had been doing. So by doing this, you know, there's no words at all, no caption, no words, except this effect, which is very good for the younger one. You know, now they read comics book, you know, no words at all, just look at it. The older generation has a little bit, but they know the story anyway. So with this 15 minutes, we really feel that people who come in and see, you know, for the older generation, they will remember, they will reminisce, they will understand a bit more and become more grateful to the love and compassion that King Rama IX had been giving to the country all along his 70-year reign. And I have seen many people, you know, walk out of that room with tears coming from their, streaming down their face, just like that. The younger generation is different. Some of them very small kids, like kindergarten and then primary school, they probably didn't understand much. They see, they appreciate the effects and everything like that. They enjoy it very much. But then they start asking questions. Who is that person?
I see.
And if the school, the teachers come along with them or their parents come along with them, I heard people explain to their children, to their kids, you know, this is our beloved king, King Rama IX, this is what he did. That's the way that you can get information sink into the head of these young people.
Okay.
You know, so room number 1 is just like this, and the technology there is fantastic, you know, and we try to put the elements there, you know, it's about right, not too much, not too little. And we're going to you know, sort of adjust it or making it better all along the way. Or if next year something like that, you know, technology change, we have better ones, you know, we would like to invest in there also.
Okay.
Because the university, Jula had given us the permission to use this building for 2 years.
I see. Okay.
So we would do that.
So that means, okay, that will be further, okay, development if there's new technology, okay, for especially younger generations. And this room number 1 actually sparks the knowledge, okay, about His Majesty the late King Rama IX in young children's hearts and minds as well. Now we're moving on to room number 2. So what is it about?
In room number 2, what we plan to do is that we would like to get some of his royal projects as examples and use all these new gadgets, to help people learn, particularly those young. Actually, number 2 is a playground for the younger generation. You will see people young, 6, 7 years old, ran in there and enjoy so much. Whereas people like me, when I go in, I had difficulty in putting all that camera and everything on. But the younger ones say, and that's the way they learn, So in there, we have 6 stations there. Obviously, the Chulalongkorn University gave us the space. So the first one would be King Rama IX with Chulalongkorn University, his activities, his love, his everything like that. And the next station would be about, the very beneficial part that the king had given Thailand. That is the water type of thing. So we have dam, we have water retention, reservoir dams and check dams, this type of thing. So the younger kids will enjoy, looking into gadgets like, and using Kinect software and this and that. So they can look into that 3D camera and see the difference between dam and reservoir and check dams, and some explanation about that. So they look and they can look around and, it's fun for them. But at the same time, you learn by all these type of fun things, You learn and it sink into your head, to your brain. So that's the station number 2. And then we select the others. The third one would be King Rama IX, the new theory about how to manage the farmland, with the 30% in 10, things like that. So, and we made it very simple, with a little machine, and they can see what they're going on, which is very good for the younger one, and they can work very well, how they plant crops here and there, how they raise poultry, and this is a place where they build house and this and that. And that is the way that, they can learn a little bit, sort of curious about this and that and learn about it. And then we continue on to the agricultural part, using the vetiver glass, that help to set up the soil or to keep the moisture in the soil and things like that.
So basically, it's all about the technology that students can learn. Exactly. Also, they can actually practically practice and do something in order to follow His Majesty the late King footsteps.
Right.
But for now, it's time for a short break. Again, right back, we learn more on other activities which you can do in this exhibition, and also the opening and closing time. And is there any fee? If you're interested to go into this exhibition, so please stay tuned and don't go away. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest. And right now we are sitting in the digital library, which is a part of the exhibition to commemorate His Majesty the late King Rama IX. But we'll go back a bit to the second zone, in the exhibition, in which students and younger generations, or teenagers, and also everyone actually can benefit and can learn about His Majesty the late King's initiatives and his projects. So you mentioned about the third project already that His Majesty the King contributed to Thailand. Now, is there any other projects that students and younger generations can learn here?
Certainly. Here we select about 6 projects. Actually, the royal project is more than 4,000, and so we can select more and more as time goes by. We have new ones coming in. But right now, the next station will be about the cloud seeding. The king is very would try very much to help the farmers. And drought is a problem in Thailand for a long time. And this is his pioneering work, actually. Got patent and everything like that. And here we design a way that the people will come here and they can wave their hands, in front of that, and then there will be pop-up explain the steps of making the cloud seeding, and then the plane coming by and everything like that, just to make them more interested, just like that. And the next one would be about the Chai Patana aerator, which is the way to clean up the water, and so you can use the iPad and go and see the detail, going on in there, things like that, which is sort of catching their attention very well as well. The last one would be about the renewable energy. the king is very interested in that, and he's always think that we are wasting all this, the biodiesel, the oil and everything like that. So he made very good research on that. So the next station will be about the biodiesel plants and everything like that, which you can see what's going on there.
Okay, so the participants can actually learn, Smart Sheet Lake King's major and also outstanding projects, during the 70-year reign, of himself. So the last zone, in which we are sitting in right now is the digital library. So what is digital library?
Well, the idea was that you get your attention to see examples of the royal projects, only 6 out of the 4,000, things like that. And then the older students, people who would like to search more, now they get curious already, right? So they would like to know what's going on, what are the royal projects, what are the dams, what are the Pasak Cholasit Dam and this and that. They can get more and more information, like complete information, by coming to the digital library. So right here, what we do is to link the network here, with the Chulalongkorn University Academic Resources Office. So we can go right there into the database there, and obviously we do not take everything and put it. We do not have a big, server, things like that. But we use the technology of networking with the original office that do all these things.
I see.
Say, if it's a royal project, we link you to there, and we sort of subsection it. If you want to talk to know about water, you go like this. If you want to talk about His Majesty, wisdom in music, you can go right there, and this and that. So this room we designed in a more sort of catching there. And this is here where you can take something home. And right now the QR code is something that we use in our daily life, right? So what we do is to create QR code that will link you to that place where you can get information, where you can get data. So when you come to this room, you see a big screen there. This is a 6-point touch screen, but 6 people can use at the same time, and you can pick the topic that you are interested in and go right in there. At the same time, on the table and on the little iPad and computer here, there'll be QR code popping up all the time. If you are interested in this thing, you just take your smartphone, take a picture, or go to Line or anything like that. Take a picture, and you can stack up all this QR code, the history of QR code. When you go back home, you can just open it up. In your room, in your office, when you are working on papers to present to your school, you can go right there. And this room is quite popular in that way, that people come in and they will take all this QR code back home. And we will keep on building it, because the Chulalongkorn University Academic Resources Office is aimed to continue and work more and more on this thing, and we try to sort of subsection it, screen it, this and that, so that you can get all these things.
Okay, so that means the database here and information will be updated all the time.
Exactly.
Okay, by Chulalongkorn University. Okay,
linking
database.
To the real source.
Wow. Okay, and then students and also those who are interested can take the information back home through a QR code as well. And if you come here, if you enter this library, you'll see that actually this digital library is so different from other library, because you haven't seen any book. Again, here but just a tablet, which is a medium of communication.
Right.
Okay, now to visit it here.
Well, last month we have more than 3,000 visitors. We just opened it on October 10. So it's a span of 20 days, and we need PR to tell people about this thing. But we have visitors coming from every walk of life. We have foreigners, we have students, we have parents coming in, we have older people, and the feedback is that the older generation, they feel, what this is not a normal exhibition that they understand. For the younger one, they were so happy. They run around. Many of them ran to room number 2 first. Because they can play and this and that, and it's a very encouraging type of thing, that we make the committee feel that this is a very good way of continuing to share the knowledge, continuing to share, his wisdom, his love, and his thoughts and his teaching and everything like that. So we really plan to, we're not going to stop right here. We're going to step up, working on it. Room number 2 in 4 months, 6 months, we'll try to have, new stations coming in, and we will put the older one into the QR code. You can go look like that also. And then if there's new technology, we would like to invest in that also with the help of the Alumni Association. And the only thing is that please come. Here's something very good. But if you don't come, you don't see, and it's all wasted.
Okay. So surely, that this is a very invaluable source of information where everyone, can go and get information, especially for our beloved late monarch, King Ramadanai Bhumibol Adunade. But that's all the time we have for the interview today. Thank you very much, for your prestigious comments. So in last comment. One thing is that this is free of charge, and it's open every day from now until the next 2 years. But after New Year, we have to close Monday to give the people a little break. But from now on until New Year, until December 29th, it's open every day, no holiday. And it's open from 10 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay. So please come. And I really would like to, invite everyone. Come with your family. This is a place where you can enjoy for the whole family. And come with your friends. Come with your foreign friends. Bring the students with you. We are now starting a campaign where we will invite schools to come to bring their students coming in, and we are, searching for maybe helping from big corporates to bring the students from up country to come in here, because I think they will enjoy and they will learn a whole lot from it. Okay. So thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. So thank you.
His Majesty the late King taught us different lessons through his invaluable quotes, such as a good person can make another person good, and it means that goodness will elicit goodness in the society, while the persons will also be good. Or everyone must correct his own self, and this is something more difficult to cope with, but it's not impossible to do so. To learn more on his footsteps and life lesson, the exhibition is waiting for you all, from every day 24/7 at Chulalongkorn University Century Park at Pathumwan area, Bangkok, Thailand. But that's all the time we have for Be My Guest this week. Thank you very much for watching us and tuning in. For more information, you can log into thainews.prd.go.th/en. And I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. Swadika.